Hey, my name is Jim Major. Home is my story. I've been in the home building business and home renovations for about 50 years. I'm no youngin'. Had a lot of different injuries throughout my life. Falls off of houses, roofs, snowmobile accidents, ruptured spleen, compound tibia and fibia, multiple fractures of the left knee, left ankle. Been in a lot of pain throughout my life. We traveled last year in the RV in 2020. Started having a lot of more back issues and back pains, and I went to a doctor in South Carolina, a pain and spine place. I will not say the name. Didn't really get anywhere. I got a lot of band-aids. They did catch x-rays, MRIs. Had a lot of, my whole lumbar area, L1 through L5 and S1. I've had a lot of inflammation. I've had many epidurals, ESIs, epidural steroid injections. None of them gave me any satisfaction whatsoever. Did sciatic nerve blocks, no satisfaction. I did have compromised. I had severe bilateral epidural stenosis, which stenosis means a narrowing of. My epidural canal, I have pinched nerves in L3, L4, L4, L5. It was quite painful and sciatic. I've had the sciatic nerve blocks, that I said. I've had everything, tried everything, different band-aids as all it seemed to be. My neighbor Henry, he had a lot of problems with his back also. That's how I met here at Advanced Medical Services, or Solutions rather. And Henry kept kind of fighting his wife too on going there, but he said, I'm not getting surgery. I finally did have surgery. It's the worst thing I ever did in my life. I had an endoscopic lumbar laminectomy with a discectomy with fusion, 2 levels. I got an 8.5 inch vertical cut in my back, and they spread me open 6 inches wide. It hurts. So right now I have a tremendous amount of scar tissue there, and above in the piriformis there, a tremendous amount of inflammation and stuff too. And really hurting, so I talked to Henry a couple of times. He kept saying, Jim, I'm not getting the surgery, and his wife finally talked him into it. He came to American Medical Solutions, and he was really telling me how he was doing so well. And Henry had to pinch nerves and all too, so I talked to Henry. So I've been coming here to AMS now, I guess it's close to a month, not quite a good 3 weeks or so now. And Henry kept saying he had about 75%. He was doing much better, like he could do his gardening and all that too. So again, Henry said, Jim, you coming to the seminar? I said, I don't know how much faith I got in that, with the regenerative medicine and all that. I really have to research, and I did. There's tremendous reviews on it. So I did go to the seminar, and I can remember that night at the seminar that I couldn't even sit in that chair. Linda, the girl that goes there, she had to literally get me 2 pillows, so much pain even in that chair. That's just unbelievable. It's like ground up glass in my back. So after the seminar with Dr. Scott here, and the wife and I then the wife and I had a consultation here about it. Important to bring your wife too. Really explained it thoroughly, took x-rays, showed me what I have, and I know I got a mess with my back. So I was scheduled. I agreed to do the regenerative medicine. In cells. And Holly, she's a sweetheart too. She did the injections and all. And I guess within about a week or so, I really did have, quite some relief. But when you get to regenerative medicine, the injections, which I did have 8, because I had quite a mess up in the whole lumbar. And I already have like I said, I had L3, L4, L4, L5, the fusion and everything in the discs all. And I have a L2, L3 herniated disc, and I got the whenever you have surgery, you're going to get it again. It moves to the next level, and that's what started happening with me. L5S1, they did another epidural, tried to please me, and it did nothing. So coming now to AMS after the injections, the first visit I came on therapy, Steve, I met him, well, Stephanie, she's a sweetheart too, the girl at the counter. Everybody's just really so accommodating, I can say, sweet people. And Tom, okay, Steve was there too, which he's great therapist. Tom analyzed him and Steve, like every little bone in my back and all. I always say, like, Tom is like unbelievable. I call him like a scientist. I think he's got the fingers of Jesus. I told him the Lord's working through him. He knows his business. But I was coming to Steve at that point now I was getting 2 Wednesday, Thursday visits. I was starting to do so well, and I want to increase it, so I moved my visits Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because I'm quite a mess here. I mean, I can't usually sit at the table during the day at home or barely lay down or sleep. So Steve, I do see 3 days a week. It's just unbelievable the amount of therapy I do get here. I did go to one up in the North Myrtle area. I won't say what it is. They did not do 1/10. I swear that what Steve and Tom did here in one visit is like what they did in 10 visits. I'm very dissatisfied where I was with it. And now my doctors did just kind of, I guess their job was done, but I was never followed through properly with therapy like I'm getting here. And then I start feeling a little too good, I guess, after they worked on me, and I really do. So one day I weed whacked last week, and I kind of hurt myself. It took days of recovery. But then Saturday I really did a little too much because this past, because I was feeling low. And I came in yesterday, and I was hurting, I was crying at the door, and Tom worked on me. Steve says, I better put you in a stimulator right away first, electrical TENS unit, and then the ice. And then Tom worked on me, stretching my body and just so many little bones in my back. He just knows so much about it. And then I had therapy with Tom again, tremendous. And literally I had this TENS units again and all that they recommend. He did it here in the ice. And the night before I couldn't even sleep. I was up all night, so much pain. I walked out of yesterday doing pretty well, but here I am. I slept the whole night last night here and sitting here with hardly no pain at all. It's just a miracle. I mean, I give the Lord the glory too. I'm going to do that. But the therapy you get here is just tremendous. Very caring. Holly is too. You talk to anybody here all the time, anytime you want. Anytime I want to call to talk to them. But that's all I can say. They've done so much for me. It's nothing like where I've ever been before. I'm not just saying that either. Just to gain clients, it's just. It's a miracle the way they do their therapy and stuff, just so great. That's all I can say. It's just tremendous.